Hi, my name is Dawn and welcome to my kitchen. Today's recipe is soy marinated grilled pork tenderloin. It's yummy, it's quick, it just uses a few ingredients that you typically should have around your house, and it comes to us from Serious Eats. It's a great recipe, we have it all the time, and it's hot here, so we definitely want to be grilling. Let's go. As always, let's pull out all our ingredients. First thing we need is pork tenderloin. We're going to need soy sauce. We'll need some brown sugar. We're going to have cumin. And we're going to need some garlic. Not very many ingredients, but it turns out to be a super flavorful grilled pork tenderloin. So let's pull out our tools. I pulled out a cutting board and knife because we are going to want to trim our pork tenderloin. And for measuring, I pulled out a 1 tablespoon, a 1 teaspoon measure, and a 1 cup measure. I'm going to use a Ziploc bag for my marinating. You'll notice that I've got a Ziploc bag already with the pork tenderloin because it came out of the freezer, but I've learned those bags often leak. So once they've been used for freezing, I don't use them again because I don't want anything all over the fridge. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put the marinade together. So I'll just open up my Ziploc bag. Now the recipe calls for 3 to 4 pounds of tenderloin, which can be like 3 tenderloins, but I just have 1 today. For the soy sauce, I'm going to adjust it. It calls for 3/4 of a cup, but I'm only going to use half a cup today. What you're going to find with this recipe is it's super flexible, so you can scale it up, scale it down, however you like it, and of course you can adjust the flavors. Now, even when I change the amount of soy sauce, I don't change the rest of the ingredients because I just don't. I find that it doesn't matter. The soy sauce is kind of just a liquid to get it all spread around. So I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of packed brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of our ground cumin, and we need 1 tablespoon of garlic, and it should be minced. That's usually 3 good cloves. So I'm just going to grab 3 cloves out. Now you could just crush these if you didn't want to mince them, or you can just use your knife, but I went and grabbed my garlic press to do this. And that is it. And you're gonna go, oh, I need more stuff. You do not. This is excellent. It's an excellent marinade. I just cannot talk about it enough. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to grab our pork tenderloin and trim it. Now how much you have to trim your pork tenderloin will depend how it comes trimmed from your butcher. I think this one comes to us from Costco. And what you want to do is you want to remove this silver skin that's right here. The best way to do it is just using your knife pointed away from you and kind of slip the tip underneath and pull it all off. Because this is tough and it's not edible, it's not fat, it's just tough. What you want to try and avoid doing is pulling off too much of the meat when you're getting the silver skin or the excess fat off. Sometimes you'll have a tendon in here and you can remove that as well. Okay, now what we do is we just pop our tenderloin into our bag, and I'm just going to wash my hands. Okay, now what you want to do is just want to close up your Ziploc. And then just smush it around so that the marinade gets all over the pork tenderloin. You want to do this in advance, like 30 minutes in advance, but you can do it hours in advance. You want to keep it in the fridge while it's marinating. And if you're concerned about your Ziploc, put it in a little bowl. This one looks like it's pretty good. But if you're leaving it longer, you can always pick it up and squish it around some more, making sure that marinade gets into all parts of the pork. And I'll be back with you when we're ready to grill for dinner. Okay, it's dinner time, so we want to grill our pork tenderloin. So I pulled out the barbecue tongs and I've got my thermometer, and we'll head over to the barbecue. My husband is the griller. I will not be doing that. But yeah, we'll get some footage there. So see you over at the barbecue. So here we are at the barbecue. We've heated it to high, and we're gonna put it on sort of the hot spot of the barbecue, and now we're gonna wait for 5 minutes. After our 5 minutes, we will flip it over and give it another 5 minutes on the other side. So we give it another 5 minutes, we have a look at it, and we give a temp, and we're looking for a temp of 145. When you've hit that, you pull it off the barbecue. Okay, our pork tenderloin is done. I think it was slightly over 145. You want that as a minimum, but you could see how great and caramely and barbecuing and crispy. This is how we love it. If you don't have a barbecue, you have an air fryer. I've done it in the air fryer quite successfully. And also you can bake it in your oven. I'm now gonna let this rest for 5 minutes so all the juices can go back into all the meat, and we'll see you in 5 minutes. Okay, we've waited our 5 minutes, and now all we have to do is slice this up, and it's ready to go. Let's have a look. It's beautifully pink inside. Oh, so good, so delicious. Just gonna have a little taste here. I know what this tastes like. We have it all the time because it's so simple, so quick and easy. I hope you give this recipe a try. Until next time, keep cooking.